We're going to talk about how to make time your ally instead of your biggest obstacle, and how to communicate your value confidently to prospects, clients, and centers of influence. I'm Dr. Sarah Reiff-Hekking. I'm the founder of True Focus Coaching. I'm a time management and productivity coach. I work with a lot of financial planners and lawyers and other service professionals, and I help you get the right things into your workday so you can have the profitable business and the whole life outside of work that you love. And our goal here is to share strategies that financial planners can use in your business today to really move your business forward. I talk with people about this all the time, and a lot of financial advisors fall into this place where they're given systems at their place of work, or they hear about systems that might help them be more productive. So how our brain thinks about things. So if you're looking at a display that's giving you information that doesn't interact with how you like to think about things, then I want to encourage you to think about how do you set it up in a way that works for you. I think the most important thing here is to really lean into, what do you know about how you think about things? What are the systems that are going to help you get the right things done in a way that works for your brain, your body, your life, and your business? So I work with people that use pen and paper all the time, and I myself use a hybrid system, right? So there's a whole bunch of stuff that's electronic. My calendar is electronic. It makes it easier to share with people. It makes it easier for people to schedule with me. It has guardrails on it so that people are only scheduling when I want them to be scheduling. But what I find is you want to ask yourself, what portion of what you're doing always ends up handwritten? And then how do you keep it in one place so it doesn't end up in 5 different notebooks with one in your car, 3 in your office, and 1 in the bedroom for some reason? The problems only happen when you start to lose track of things. What is interrupting us? What is the stuff that comes up? And how do we handle it in a way so that we can use our brains to do the thing that our brains are meant to do, which is big picture thinking and the work that you're getting paid to do as a financial advisor, right? So being interrupted all the time often means that we end up in this reactive panic mode, and we're not using our brain very effectively. But if you do the experiment in your own life and you write it down in real time, what you're going to find is there's something else there that actually interrupts you more than the thing that you thought was interrupting you the most. Guess what? They're not wild cards. You know that they're going to happen most days, right? You've just tracked it. And you're also going to notice some places where you're spinning your wheels or you're wasting time. And you're going to start to cut back on that so that you have the time to do the work. So one thing, and this is going to sound a little bit crazy, but I think one really, really strong move is to, number one, get really clear about when you want to work and when you don't want to work. Okay. And start to put some boundaries in your day about when you're working and when you're not working. All right. So what does that look like? That looks like I actually want to be done working at 6 o'clock. I don't want to be trolling my email in the evening. I want to actually close out my workday. And you might not be able to do that every day if you're a super busy person, but start doing it one day a week and see what happens. Because you're not always going to be in between, kind of, sort of working, kind of, sort of not working, kind of, sort of working, kind of, sort of not working, which brings us to the end of the day exhausted and feeling like we haven't done much. Let's talk a little bit about what marketing systems you've seen work best for advisors that are seeking consistent growth. So these are folks that want consistent growth, but they don't want to consistently create new content or reinvent their message all of the time.
Advisors who grow consistently actually aren't creating more of that stuff. They are doing a better job of repeating their message.
Many advisors feel pressure to be everywhere: LinkedIn, email, referrals, events, but that often creates more noise than results.
So in reality, growth really comes from clarity and consistency, not by having a presence everywhere, right? So the ship that I recommend generally is to stop trying to be in all of the places and start owning a few of those places really well. The answer is be valuable provide valuable insights that are answering the burning questions of your ideal prospects and clients, and make sure that it's written in a way that it is easy and maybe even delightful to read, right? So the robots
Yes.
are forcing us to be more human. I think some folks also think it has to be picture perfect, right? 100% complete. We got to shoot for 80%. Otherwise, nothing ever goes out, right? So it's also like making that shift and kind of coming to terms with um, let's be helpful as opposed to perfection, because that's not actually a real thing. No one's perfect. A helpful shift that we can put in place is that marketing isn't selling, it's actually building clarity at scale, right? Keeping it as simple as possible.
It's two words that are going to sound very, very simple, but are very hard to do. It's clarity and confidence. And it ties into what you were saying, Tara, in terms of the marketing. You need to be really, really clear as to the ideal client or the person that you want to be working with. And that is really hard for people to do. And I know I am the right advisor for this job. And that's different than saying, I am the right advisor for everyone, or I'm the best advisor out there. It's more, often I find I have a passion. I want to help this particular type of person, and I know I'm really good at it. And now that there is more emphasis and it's more important to be human more than ever before because of AI and just because of where the world's going, it's really, really important, I think, for people to learn what their superpower is and to learn to step into that and talk about it. And it's not bragging, it is letting people know how you can serve them. This isn't just about financial planning, this is just in general. 90% of human buying decisions are based on emotions. And the financial services industry, by and large, talks a lot about the rational side, the deliverables. You know, you're going to get a plan, a cash flow, you're going to have an investment portfolio analysis. And all of that is important. There's niches upon niches upon niches, and you won't miss out on business. You'll actually get more business. And it's easier to convert if you're known for a particular thing. It's scary to be successful. And I know there's a lot of successful people on the line. Sometimes we get to a certain point in our business, and whether it's a money mindset in terms of what we're earning, what we're charging, whether it's just a taking up space in the world and, oh my God, I'm going to be interviewed on TV, or, you know, whatever it might be, that often I think is the thing where we're really great at protecting ourselves. So when we become afraid, we play smaller. And that's where I think coaching and having a support team around you really can help you push through that and get to the next level.
And there's that idea of, you know, when you're uncomfortable, that's when really interesting things happen.
Like, I can't have that level of success because it has to look like that person over there. It doesn't. It can look a lot of different ways, and you get to pick it. That's the great thing about success. You are developing a new habit for yourself, and until it becomes hardwired, it's not because you're not smart. It's not because you don't know what to do. It's because it's not a built-in habit yet.